Hey guys, it's David here, and it is currently day 218. I hope you guys had a good day, and I do hope you guys are doing better than yesterday. But the time is currently 6:38. Now, I tried to sleeping to be honest with you guys because last night I had a very shit sleep. I had trouble falling asleep. I have no idea why that is the case because I took a week off training, so I shouldn't be overtrained, and I just don't understand why it was so difficult to fall asleep. And quite frankly, I was about to have a breakdown last night. I was about to just slam my head against the wall because it was just so irritating. I just couldn't understand why I couldn't fall asleep, and honestly, it was very frustrating. So I tried to sleep a little bit longer today, but my heart was just racing. I couldn't do it for some reason. I guess it's just because my subconscious is telling me, David, you have shit to do, so you gotta get up. That being said, I'll get up now and perhaps catch you guys after I clean myself up. Hey guys, it is time to go to the gym. Time is currently 7:28. Now normally by then I would be at the gym already, but decided to kind of wake up a little bit later today because last night I had absolutely the worst sleep in a while, followed by what was the best sleep yesterday. So it makes absolutely no sense. So I don't expect myself to train very hard today. Actually, I do expect myself to train hard. I don't expect myself to hit new numbers because of my lack of sleep. But definitely that has played a toll on my mood today, as you guys may be able to tell. But it is something, or in the past, it has happened. So there's definitely no point of me worrying about it. There's no point of me being annoyed at what has already happened, right? Being annoyed at not having enough sleep definitely won't fix the sleep problem. It'll just make me feel more shitty about myself. That is something I don't need because, quite frankly, I already feel pretty shitty about myself right now. So I am going to redeem myself today by hitting some hard squats. Hopefully I managed the load not too much because maybe, just maybe, yesterday I did go very hard because the training was amazing and I was sore, but I don't think that was fully the reason. But that being said, I'll catch up with you guys in a few hours.
Oh, sh-
But that being said, I'll catch up with you guys in a few hours. So guys, it is that time of the day and it is currently 10:45. So came back a little bit later than usual because we did a bit of shopping, me and my mom. She bought some incense, some stuff like the smelling things, and I bought some new clothes, like workout clothes type stuff. Also picked up a new book, which is going to be an amazing read. And this week we are going to read Start With Why. It's like a leadership book. I have no idea anything about this, never heard of it. I just saw it at the bookstore and I was like, hey, let's just grab this because there wasn't much options at the bookstore and I was going to order the books online, but I forgot. So at the moment, I'm going to give that a read and see what that is all about. But that being said, today I'm going to have chicken. I know this looks pretty sad because it is pretty sad, but I'm going to have chicken and oats. So I'm going to cut down on the rice for the next week maybe and just have pasta because I realized that I don't really eat rice throughout the day anyways. Like I had this big bowl of rice and salmon at the end of the night. So I just thought to myself, why not just have pasta instead? Because I like pasta and I haven't had pasta in a long time. And pasta have a lot of fiber. So it just makes sense to just do that instead of just cooking a big bowl of rice just to eat it towards the end of the night. And quite honestly, oats is lovely, so I'm gonna have that instead of rice for now, just for now. And also, it's just cheaper that way. But that being said, today training, like what I had expected, wasn't the best. It started off good, but towards the end, I was like, I wasn't feeling it, guys. To be honest, like I don't have my contacts on, so like I'm basically blind as heck. And when you're blind, when you can't see stuff, it frustrates you. You get so annoyed because everything is just blurry. So that definitely isn't enjoyable. And plus the bad sleep I had, it was just a shit show, to be honest with you guys. But at the end, I managed to push through, but I didn't do abs because I just wasn't really feeling it. So I know I kind of backed out on the last and most important thing today. But that being said, it is still okay because today, still young, the day's still young, there's still so much time for me to redeem myself. And I just have to embrace the time I have now and make today the best because, like I said, I did have a shit sleep, but I cannot buy that time back. All I can do is make today better and forget about the shit sleep I did have. That being said, I'm gonna have this food and I'll probably cook. I gotta cook my food because I ran out of food, so I gotta recook food, and I'll just do some work. But that being said, I'll see you guys soon. So, guys, it is that time of the day, and the time is currently 3:53. So much later than I normally record, and that is because I was just reading this book, Start With Why, and I gotta be honest with you guys, it has already made me question some of my life decisions. Now, what do I mean by that? Is 19 days ago, before I started my 30-day sprint, which is when I record every single bit of my life as I wake up, as you guys see right now. And on that first day, I decided to pick a business or like an online business to start with. And I picked making AI automated content. Now, my initial thought was that, okay, you make AI content, is fast, you can make a lot of them content, and you can probably produce a lot of channels to pump those content out, right? It's effortless and you may make some money. That was my initial thought. And honestly, I had no reason to make those content except that it was fast, easy, and you make some money. Now, obviously, being day 19, that is not the case. The content I decided to make wasn't just copy and paste stuff. I was trying to make good content and I also focus on the editing. So instead of making a content that would usually take 10 to 30 minutes, they end up actually taking 3 to 4 hours to make. Now, some may say that is still exceptionally long, and of course, I could definitely reduce the time by about 30 minutes. But at the moment, from my from how I want to make those content, 3 hours is the bare minimum. So it was definitely not a fast way to make content, that's for sure. So that was definitely a lie I got sold onto. But second of all, I'm not seeing as much of a result as I would like to. So I guess that's also quite disappointing because the reason why I made the content was to obviously make some money, right? Because I have no way to make income at the moment. But there was just no sense of purpose as to why I'm doing it besides to make money. And honestly, guys, there's so many ways to make money, and I come to question whether that way is the best way to make money. But also, what occurred to me to rethink my life decisions or rethink the reason why I pursue this business is as I was reading this book, it reminded me of why I do what I do. And recently, as you guys may know, I have been having this sleeping problem. Now, this sleeping problem usually happens when I overtrain or when I am stressed or whatever, but I am not sure of the exact cause, and I have yet to find ways to address this problem and find a productive solution to overcome this. Now, there's this thought in the back of my mind every single day when I was making those content that I want to create a product. I want to create maybe a supplement that would help combat this issue I was fighting. And that thought has some purpose with me because that product had a why. I wasn't just gonna make that product to make money. Of course, that's a result, right? But the why is that it will help me. It will help me overcome this sleep deprivation that caused me immense pain. You know, a lot of pain that sometimes I just want to hit my head through the wall and just probably end it there, guys. To be honest with you guys. So I just realized that if I'm putting all this effort into making AI content, why not just use the same effort into creating something that really means something to me, that really resonates with me? Because at the end of the day, I am putting in effort no matter what, so why not think big? Why not just start this business already? Because the purpose of making this AI content was to make money, and the purpose of that money was to create this business that I want to make, right? To help with my sleep problem. So it just makes sense to me now. Like, why don't I just start it now? Because what is actually holding me back? Maybe the money is holding me back. Then that's all right. I'll just get a part-time job. So I decided, guys, pretty much to probably just create or rethink my life choices. I'm not sure, guys, but that's pretty much the idea. I'm kind of rambling on, making no sense, but I guess it's just me not really sleeping well enough to really have that clarity in my mind. But it just really came across to me after reading 50 pages of this book that why am I doing what am I doing right now? Because at the moment it makes no sense, and I can't think of any logical reason as to why I'm doing what I'm doing besides besides the reason to make money. So yeah. But that being said, guys, I don't know. I'm just wasting your time, but I'm gonna have meal three, which is going to be some kale and beef. This time I allowed the beef to rest, so this shit looks delicious. And after this, I'm going to walk around and probably just really regather my thought, really think about whether I want to quit this AI automated business or channel and just dive heading to my main purpose, my main problem I'm facing at the moment, and find a solution for it. But that being said, I'll see you guys in about 3 hours and let you guys know exactly what I come across or think across. Whatever it is, I definitely need some good sleep tonight. I'll see you guys soon. So guys, we are at that point of the day and it is currently 7:38. So about to have dinner, but before I have that, I just want to recap what I had done today, which is pretty much nothing, to be honest. I came back from the gym, I meditated, but after meditation, I decided to just take a nap, right? I decided to take a nap because I just wasn't really in my head the right way I wanted to. Obviously, the nap didn't work like always, which is kind of pointless on my part, but nonetheless, I did lay there for 30 minutes to an hour. I got up, read, and after I read that book for 50 pages, I started to rethink over my life, and rethink whether the choice I am making right now is a good choice, is going to put me in the right direction I wanted to. And I could be honest with you guys, perhaps I have been overthinking too much today, right? I have been overthinking too much. And of course, guys, I do want to start a business, a real business that has some purpose behind it, rather than just to make some content that has no really meaning behind it. Of course, the content I try to make still has some meaning behind it, but overall, it is not really a brand, a business, right? So I guess that aspect is lacking a little bit of purpose. So for me, my end goal is definitely still to create something that has value, that will provide value for some other people out there. And I guess the business of creating a supplement just came into mind because for a while now I had been having this sleep problem, this restless sleep, this trouble to fall asleep at night. And although part of the reason was due to my overtraining, as I had thought, but yesterday or tonight just didn't make any sense as to why I wasn't able to sleep, although I did take a whole week of training. And I did some research online after my contemplating thought whether I should quit my automated channel idea. And quite honestly with you guys, I may at the end still try and quit the channel because it just, like I said, if I can put the effort into the right thing and make that work, then I'd rather do that. Guys, I'd rather just do that than waste away some time trying to make some content, right? So, but at the end, I'm still thinking about this decision because at the end of the day, it is still a big decision. I do have to make that mental shift and kind of accept defeat, not as failure, but as a stepping stone to growth, experience to learn to become better as a entrepreneur or as an individual self. So that is definitely a shift I will have to make eventually if I do take that route. But at the moment, I am definitely still thinking about it. So with all that thinking, today I definitely didn't do a lot of work. To be honest with you guys, the most amount of work I've done today was just to read and do some research on why I am having this sleep problem, or do some research on what are the causes of restless sleep or perhaps insomnia, the worst case scenario. So I didn't do too much work today, but that is okay because like I said, this isn't going to be a setback because I know this is not going to be forever. It is just temporary defeat
or setback for us to regain our clarity, to regain some time we had lost, and just to rethink how we are going to approach tomorrow stronger and better. And I do believe tomorrow I will face the world stronger because today I had definitely learned a lot. For example, I learned that due to my sleep or lack thereof, perhaps the reason of that was because I am stressed. Now, when I first heard the word stress, I'm like, nah, I'm not stressed. How could I be stressed? I don't feel stressed at all. But then after reading how we deal with stress, which causes anxiety, to be frank with you guys, I realized that all the symptoms or causes or what anxiety feels like all the tenseness, the teeth grinding, the worry. I was like, hold on. At night, I do feel tense. I do grind my teeth. I do feel like this restlessness. So maybe I am feeling a bit anxious. So having this realization that perhaps I am anxious or that this is what anxiety feels like made me realize that perhaps I'm not crazy. Perhaps I'm just a bit anxious, and knowing this it's like a groundbreaking thing to me because now I know how to combat this, right? I am not there laying at night thinking that, David, you are freaking crazy. Like, why can't you go to sleep? But now I might be like, David, you're just anxious. You have anxiety. So then I can actually overcome this challenge in a more healthier manner instead of just frustrating, thinking that there's something wrong with me and thinking that I am being punished. When in reality, I am just overly worrying about something. Perhaps I am worrying about I didn't achieve a lot today, or perhaps I'm worried about that I may not be able to get any good sleep, or perhaps I may not train as good because I didn't get any sleep tonight. So all that worry definitely caused a little bit of anxiety, which I definitely overlooked before. But now having this thought, having this extra knowledge will definitely be effective for me to overcome. That being said, tonight I am going to have salmon. Again, pretty sad. But what is good today is also I am having this bag of pasta. Not the whole bag of pasta because that's pretty insane, but I'm having about 300 grams, so about a little bit more than halfway. But I'm definitely going to replace that pasta with the rice I have now because kind of rice gets tiring after a while and pasta does have a lot more fiber. So it just makes sense to have some pasta and see how my body adapts to that. That being said, today has been an interesting day, but nonetheless a good day. So I hope you guys had learned something from this. But if not, like always, I'll be here for you guys tomorrow. But until then, good night.